let's go ahead and move on to the next category. And this one is going to be big because we have best male and female wrestlers of 2023. Clint, who is wrestler of the year on each side?
For the women's division, I got to go with Rhea Ripley because she's just been a dominant force in the women's division. I don't think she's lost a singles match all year long since she won the belt. They've really made her strong. They've really she's the leader of the Judgment Day unofficially. I don't know. She's just, her character's really good this year.
Yeah, that's a good pick. She's really bounced back too. She recovered very well because there was a point where she took a dip, but I think now she's back up where she should have been.
Yeah, she's like top dog, if you will.
Yeah.
And then best man. Now this might be a little different than everybody else's because a lot of you don't like his current gimmick, but I got to go with Seth Rollins for his work ethic, man. This dude has been at every show, every pay-per-view, putting the title on the line, showing up, doing promos. I mean, I got to go with Seth, man. This guy, Seth Rollins, he just keeps, he's like John Cena was when he was there. He's just there all the time. If you love or hate him, you're going to see him. It doesn't matter.
Yep. Very loyal. So that's a really good one. Bryan, what do you have? Best male wrestler of the year, best female wrestler of the year.
I got to go with my boy Cody. And as you already know, Cody is somebody obviously that they should have just put the title on at this point, but we're still waiting. So I'm going to go with Cody. And for the women's division, I'm going to have to agree with Clint. Rhea Ripley, I think that she has done phenomenal work, even when she's not in the ring and she's just ringside. Everything she does, she just knows when to do things and everything like that. So she has perfected her craft in a lot of ways. So I'm going to go with Rhea Ripley as Women's Wrestler of the Year.
All right. Two good picks there also. Definitely can't deny Cody Rhodes, even though he didn't finish the story like he should at WrestleMania. Because he didn't, I can't give him Male Wrestler of the Year. And I'm going to have to give it to MJF. AEW guy who put the company on his back straight off the indies into AEW, made himself a top star. He's definitely going to be a huge acquisition to whoever he gets and whichever company he goes to moving forward. So, you know what? He proves himself as a world champion. He's ran for it for a lot of this year. So I'm going to have to give Male Wrestler of the Year to MJF. And Female Wrestler of the Year, I'm going to give it to Bianca Belair. I always admire what she did because, you know, we got Sasha Banks, we had Bayley, we had Becky, Charlotte. I always looked at it like, yeah, we'll never get a crop of girls like this come from NXT and be this successful again. And while Bianca was never the NXT champion, she went to the main roster and she really shines on the main roster. When it comes to that female John Cena, I look at Bianca Belair and I see that. Definitely a very beautiful woman as well. So I got to give Female Woman of the Year to Bianca Belair. Loaded. Let's go ahead and get your picks.
So, best wrestler of the year for the men. I was going to say CM Punk, but I can't give it to him because he didn't come back till June. So
right, let's take him out of there.
I wouldn't be fair. So I got to go with LA Knight. Okay. I'm a huge fan of him. He got the biggest reactions. I think he should have won that Money in the Bank. I think Vince stepping down last year was the best thing that could ever happen to him. He still would have been Max Dupree. He would have been actually fired, and he probably would have went to AEW. So I'm gonna give it to him, and then for the women, Rhea Ripley. I mean, she had a great match. I mean, I'm not a big fan of women's wrestling, but I'm gonna give it to her. She had a great match at WrestleMania this past year, with Charlotte Flair. So yeah.
Okay, definitely fair. You didn't get too dirty there on women's wrestling, so I like it. Mr.Dubbs, who do you have for best male and female wrestler of the year?
Well, I will give my honorable mention because I like to give the fans options, and because Rhea Ripley's been across the board, seems to be a very big consensus. So I'm not going to pick Rhea Ripley just for that reason. She was my pick. But for that reason, I'd like to give the fans some options. I'm going to go with Toni Storm because of the evolution of that gimmick has entertained me week after week. I love the work she's doing, so I'll give it to Toni Storm for my Women's Wrestler of the Year. And for Men's Wrestler of the Year, I mean, you guys already know. I swerve when I drive. I can't get enough of Swerve Strickland and Prince Nana on my TV. I can't. It's amazing. I'd love to give it to RVD because it was such an amazing watching him come out to Walk by Pantera. That actually should have been my moment of the year. Too late for that now. But yeah, my Men's Wrestler of the Year, I'm going with Swerve Strickland.
All right, good choices, good picks. Kero, cero, miedo.
I'll start with the women's, and yeah, just cut it short. Rhea Ripley. I mean, her breakout year this year has been everything for Rhea Ripley, and she's established herself as a star now. Like, awesome. There's no other choice, to be honest with you. Even though lots of you said the same thing, undeniable. Male, I was actually gonna go with MJF, but just like Dubbs, I want to give the people a choice. So my next choice is Roman Reigns. And the reason I originally wanted to pick MJF over Roman Reigns was because MJF shows up. MJF did the work, man. But like Roman Reigns, even though he shows up a hell of a lot less, when he shows up, it matters. So gotta give it to him.
All right. So definitely some good choices across the board. Everybody is really high on Rhea Ripley, but we'll see what the people think about it. We will be dropping posts in the community tab, so make sure you guys jump in there and check it out and get your picks in for best male and female wrestler of the year.